Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Alright, so I got my hands on the new Japanese anime game, Shonen Jump's J-Stars Victory Versus, which is the fucking longest name ever, so we're just going to call it J-Stars. Anyway, J-Stars. Okay, so this game comes out. It's all about collecting all the great, amazing characters in the Shonen lineup and putting them all together into one beautiful little game so that they can fight and beat the shit out of each other. Kind of like a Super Smash Brothers, but in a 3D more world. So that's what we get. And the gameplay is similar style to like a battle arena almost in a way. Think of it like kind of like a Power Stone mix-up with more fighting style. Sounds weird because Power Stone is fighting style, but you know what I mean. It's not as 2D type as Super Smash, but it's not as, you know, it's even bigger 3D than Power Stone. So think of them together. Anyway, the game comes out, has all the characters that everybody loves in anime. So what is good, what is bad, and what is just downright ugly? Well, we're going to get to that right now.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets till I get back. Going downtown.
Alright, right off the bat, the good has to be the amount of characters. I mean, this game is, of course, not having every single character you want in it, but it has quite a few, and from various different animes. Now, I have my favorite animes of all time, so I'm glad to see that Yu Yu Hakusho got some love here and see Yusuke in it and Hiei and all that. But, I mean, of course, it's going to have the main trio with One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. But you got other ones like Dragon Ball Z, you even got Fist of the North Star, and so many more. So it's really cool to see them all come together, and they even have little jokes and inside jokes if you watch the animes, so that's really fun. So I like that how many characters you get. Super fan service. Next up is the fact that it's a large game. There's a lot to do. You can go to various... First off, when you start the game in the story mode, you pick a group that you want to be with. And as you progress through the game, you get more people on your team. You can switch them out in the battles and so on. So that's pretty cool. Of course, the main reason you're playing this is a fighting game. So it's a versus game. Hop online, beat the shit out of people, duh. And of course, there's a level up system. Oh, that's cool. So you get to actually level up and collect more stuff. So in terms of collecting content, all that stuff, this game offers plenty, especially, again, for fan service for the fans of the animes. I will give him this. One thing I really have to give respect in is that with so many characters, everybody feels pretty different. I would say, like, when I was playing as Luffy and then when I played as Yusuke, everybody felt tremendously different in terms of like special attacks and their own unique abilities and playstyle. Now we're gonna get to the bad in a second, but that's pretty astonishing coming from fighting Japanese games where a lot of characters, or even American-made fighting games, have clone characters, and there's some in here, but for the majority, everybody feels unique and like their anime counterpart. Let's head over to the bad. Well, they all feel unique. Everybody kind of feels a little, I don't know how to say it, clumsy. As you're fighting, it feels like you're never have the full fluid attack mode. Like when I'm playing Naruto, like the newest Naruto games, everything feels really smooth, and I love it. I mean, I have problems with Naruto games, but the terms of fluidity and the way everybody attacks and the smooth animations, everything feels so great. In this game, it feels dated before you even play. The running and stopping, dated. The way that you have to run and punch feels dated. The hit detection, all over the place at times. It just feels like with the amount of characters they threw in, they didn't want to give you the nice fluid gameplay that you get in other games, especially fighting games nowadays. So that's one major thing. Another thing is that while the game has a lot of content, it's just the same battles over and over again. 3-4 hours in, I was like, oh my god, I'm fighting the same people again. And then when you fight bosses, they're just ridiculously strong, where the best idea is to kind of just let your co-op friends, like, distract them and then punch them in the back. That's really all it is. So it's very repetitive, and to the point where I couldn't even finish the story mode because I was just getting so bored of it. The versus, for the most part, is pretty good, though god damn it, they don't even have like a way to let people just get like a negative of just leaving the game. I'm playing and they just leave and that's it, especially when you're winning. There's no bad things, there's no minus your rank, nothing. And that just lets people leave when they get upset because they're losing like a little bitch. So that's not cool with all fighting games out there actually giving, you know, something bad to the players who abandon the fucking fight. And awful, I gotta say. And this is the one thing that just drives me nuts in the end. And the awful, I gotta say, is the story. It's, like I said, it's fun because you get to see the characters interact. But man, there's so much potential here, and it's wasted with just stupid dialogue. Stupid dialogue. And when you're watching, you're like, come on. They could have done so many cool things, like team-ups that made sense, and they were fighting together against other people. We get it. All these guys are good, and there's some bad guys in here, but let's have them actually interact in a way that makes sense. I get that's hard to do, but after games like Injustice, I mean, it just, to me, I want to see a reasoning behind it all. And this game didn't provide that. It just provided really stupid jokes and ridiculous story. So the story's just a piece of shit. And I know it's not a big thing for fighting games, so I'm not taking a tremendous amount over it. But as you can see, this game is definitely flawed from the other things I talked about. Anyway, let's wrap this up and get to my verdict.
Which one, old man, that ain't got to shake your head. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
Alright, J-Stars comes in as a very unfinished game. It has the ideas that we all want. It has so many characters to collect, so many people you want to play as from all your favorite animes, and it's wonderful that it has that, and the anime art style is pretty well done. On top of that, and everybody, you know, feels like their anime counterpart. But on the flip side, everything feels so boring after the first 4 or 5 hours, and by the 10th hour, I was just goddamn done with this game. It was just not enough uniqueness to make it fun. If it had a story that captivated me, I would have played it more. If it had gameplay that didn't feel so stiff and bosses that felt so fucking cheap, I would have fucking played more. But in the end, it just, when I went online for an hour or so and people just kept dropping out in the games with no repercussions, I was just done. So overall, if you're a Japanese Japanese anime fan, you'll probably get some enjoyment out of this. You might even like it way more than me. But as a gaming fan, this game just leaves very little to desire. It feels unfinished. It feels like just fan service. It feels like, let's just give anime fans the characters without the actual game to back it up. Especially after games like Naruto. And come on, even the Bleach game with the Dynasty Warriors knockoff. I mean, these games at least have some type of meat to it, and this just didn't, especially from that great Game Boy one or DS one. That was excellent. So this is just I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of, no, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's like right in the middle for only the fans of these animes to try. Everybody else, there's just way better fighting games out there to, you know, take your time on. Hey guys, if you can click below on the info bar, you can see links to my new graphic novel that I've been working on with a buddy of mine. We have the first issue out right now for free, and you can download it on Amazon. You can also just simply read the whole issue right on our Facebook fan page. And please, like us on Facebook for new updates, information, giveaways, and much more. Thank you all for the great support you've given me so far, and keep coming back for reviews, top 5s, and much more.